Hey, it's Roger from RogerMcDonald.net. I'm going to talk to you today about PTSD in the house. Yeah, I'm talking about now. Before we do that, I want to go back and just recap on that last video I did. If you want to just scroll back or just look through and search for alpha and beta brainwaves, my name Roger, you'll find it. So basically, beta brainwaves are the brainwaves we are in when we are continually stressed. If you go to a hospital and they hook you up to one of those machines, and I forgot what those machines are called right now, but hook them up to those machines, and this will be your beta. This is the signal for beta, and this is what you're pretty much you're just a mess. Yeah, that's a beta brainwave state. Now this is an alpha. This is when you're in that pretty, you and I, we all know what alpha looks like. It's a pretty groovy state. It's where we're like this. It's like our brainwave. We hook it up to one of those scanners is like that. We are in a really cool place. Now when we are stressed, that's when we're in beta brainwave. When you are fighting, when you're in survival, when you are sick, when you are angry, shameful, discouraged, sad, hating someone else, jealous of someone else, powerless, feeling irritated, wanting to get revenge and just have pure rage, you're in beta mode. And it can be addictive because when you're in that brainwave state, your body perceives you under a threat, perceives you're under attack. It releases adrenaline and cortisol in order to prepare you to fight, potential foes, whether they're real or imaginary, to freeze, to protect yourself, or to run away from a threat. Yeah, that's what beta wave is for. Problem with that being in beta wave for so long, it makes you sick. It breaks down your immune system because your immune system shuts down when you go into beta mode, beta brainwave state. It shuts down when you're in survival, fight, flight, and freeze mode, and then you're more open to getting sick. And your body, your blood cells, they're not repairing your muscle tissue, your organs as they're meant to do because they're in your arms and legs ready to fight a foe or run from a foe. Yeah. So alpha is a much better place to be, being an alpha state. And if you can be in alpha state more often, you're going to be so happy because that's when your body is healing. That's when your body's repairing. It's a place of deep relaxation, deep concentration. It's the absolute best place to be to achieve any goal is to be in alpha mode. Now, how does this all relate to PTSD? Well, if we just draw a timeline of events, say if someone's had PTSD, we just use a person maybe in armed conflict, in war for a minute. So if you are in battle and you have a traumatic event in battle, it might be someone else gets injured or you get injured, you get wounded, you're in a major military operation and you're stressed, yeah? So that let's just call that, PTS trigger number one. Then you have another one up here where you maybe lose a good friend or a comrade in war and in like military conflict, and it stresses you. And maybe you go on another military operation here, another military operation here, and another military operation here, and they're all triggers. They're all really bad memories. So what these bad memories is when you reflect back to it, or maybe you were walking on the street one day and you hear a car backfire and it sounds like the shot of a gun, it triggers these memories. And these memories, for better or worse, they trigger you to go back into beta brain mode, which is immediate stress. They're anchors into that immediate stress for you. And hence we get post-traumatic stress disorder. People get stressed. And so what I do with people is we go back to each of these events and we heal them. So we go through and we heal those ones, heal that traumatic event, heal that traumatic event, heal that traumatic event, until they're all really groovy and you're feeling awesome. Because when you look back at those memories, the emotional triggers aren't there. They're not triggering you to go into a beta brainwave state, into a state of pure survival and stress. They're not triggering you to go into anger and all those kind of emotions. And then you can just actually feel pretty awesome. And then what I do is I show people how to get into alpha brainwave state as a habit every day, and to create that as a habit which they engage in every single day. It's really awesome being in an alpha brainwave state. That's this state when you're just at your most blissful. And I know, generally Sunday evenings, Friday afternoons, that's when we're in alpha state. We're just feeling so good. Yeah. But then Monday morning, we're back in beta wave. So that's how I work with PTSD. It's quite simple. It's quite easy. It always works because once you remove the emotional anchors and triggers, then they are not there like, loose cannons just out of your control. You are under control of all of them. You've changed the memories. You've neutralized the emotional triggers. You're feeling so groovy. And that's how I work with PTSD. And then I show people how to just, go through the rest of their life and create an awesome life and be happy all the time. Yes, it is possible. And yes, this model for PTSD is actually exactly the same for asthma, for any kind of disease, for back pain, for anything. It's the same process, neutralizing past emotional triggers, which trigger you to go into beta brainwave, high range beta brainwave states, which puts you in survival mode, where you're fighting a threat or running from a threat. And yeah, because this is the place of healing, and this is, if you can be and linger in this place more often, you're going to look younger, you're going to have more hair, you're not going to lose hair, you're going to look younger, you're going to have less wrinkles, you're going to be happier, you're going to do better at work, you're going to do better in your relationships and everything like that. This is Roger from RogerMcDonald.net. Have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Stay cool.